Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
I need new music.
Discover new music now. JJO.
Madison Solid Rock 94.1 JJO. This is Discover New Music. And oh boy, I got a treat for you today. Joining me from a band that has really taken America by storm. The last 6 years, Ghost. Tobias, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me.
IMERA, 5th studio album, Hunter's Moon. So that was released end part of 2021, and it kind of coincided with Halloween Kills, the slasher film. Was that song written for the film, or did they just like it and add it to it?
Halfway. We met halfway, I'd say. I was asked to write music for, basically I was having a casual conversation with a friend of mine who just happened to work in film production. And he was asking me about my feelings or thoughts about writing music for film. And I said that absolutely. I mean, I thought he was talking more like scoring. Mm-hmm. And of course, in an alternative life further on, when I have more time and can sort of dive into that, because that itself is quite an art form. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, I mean, maybe you could just start by writing a song for a film. How about the new Halloween film? And I said, well, I actually do have a song called Hunter's Moon, which was basically just a seedling at the time. And just because I got that opportunity, it sort of went from an idea to a song a little bit more purpose written for the film.
And when you kind of like, oh, I think I got something that's really cool with this, did you maybe change how you were writing the song, or did you just let it be what it was or what you originally had in mind? I didn't know if maybe that's kind of a different mentality, attaching a song to it or a song to a movie, you know?
The idea definitely evolved from knowing where it was going. When Ryan, working for Blumhouse, explained to me how he, how they would want this track to start off with a sort of an ominous intro and then just go in with vocals. That was enough material for me to sort of understand that, okay, that inspired me enough to understand what I thought they wanted, but that would, still not be guidelines that would in any way sort of prohibit me from creating something. So it's like, sometimes for me, it's easier to write or come up with ideas knowing what it's for. It's I don't know, anyone writing music might recognize that feeling. It's sometimes if you start up with a blank paper and you just look at the blank paper thinking that, now I'm gonna write the best song of my life, then you end up with nothing. It remains a white paper. Whereas if someone, a kid tells you like, can you write a song about a clown? It's almost easier to write it, because then that way you sort of playfully just come up with something about a red nose and a blue blue lock, and then all of a sudden you have a track, and then the only thing you have to change later is lyrics, and all of a sudden you got the really good track.
That's what I want to hear, is a Ghost song about a clown. I think we got something there, Tobias. I think that might be a big hit right there.
I'm already halfway into writing it as we speak here.
Beautiful. Madison Solid Rock 94.1 JJO. JJO, Discover New Music. Our guest this week is Tobias Forge of Ghost, talking to us about the new release, IMERA. With it being the 5th studio album, and I know you've been involved in music for a long time, how do you kind of find maybe new ways to challenge yourself or keep putting out stuff and making Ghost records that you're proud of?
The silver lining for me is to try to write new songs that I haven't written before, as opposed to just sticking with the formula. There are numerous ways where I can just place, a riff A and a riff B and a riff C together and just put them in a sequence of twos, and with a solo, and then riff C being the chorus, multiply it 3 times in the end, and you have a song. That would work. I'm sure some people would find it Ghost enough so that maybe it would sort of tick a few people's boxes, but I don't think that is what got Ghost to where it is. where we're at. So the main motivation every time making a new record is try to make a new record. Even though we're obviously knee deep in the release of this fifth record, is definitely my work now for a year and a half, 2 years ahead of just plowing through tours. But my mind is set at a sixth record. I'm trying to come up with a sixth record that you haven't heard yet. And of course, it gets a little bit harder every time.
Well, it's all worked out for us. And then again, just having the fifth Ghost record and looking for the future. Obviously, we're going to enjoy this one, IMERA, which is out now. Go check it out if you haven't. Of course, you can hear it here on WJJO. You had your daughter sing on a song. I believe Ashes is what it was. Is this something the kids, you're going to let them follow in dad's footsteps in the music life? You're going to push them somewhere else, or just kind of let it happen if it does?
Probably the latter. I mean, I had my son. He also participated he did the little boy talking when we did the Enter Sandman cover.
Oh, okay.
They're both interested in music. My son is a little bit more interested in sampling and more rap. I mean, he's a big Beastie Boys fan and he does a lot of things like that. Whereas my daughter is, more into pop.
If they go down that road, at least I think they got a good teacher there in dad. So I think they'll be all right, at least on that part. I just have 3 more questions for you. They're quick ones. This is a rapid fire segment I like to do, and I'm going to try and do my best Swedish version of this. If it's ridiculous, feel free to tell me. I did the best research I could on this. You don't need to overthink these. I'm just going to give you 2 options, and you tell me which one you prefer. So let's start with something simple. Volvo or Saab?
Volvo.
Very
Saab
nice.
does not exist anymore, so that would be very impractical.
See, there you go. I did the best research I could. So Volvo, easy there. Easy answer. Okay, what about...
I have a Volvo, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Sorry.
Very nice. No, that's good. That's good. I never owned one.
An
I had a buddy-
XC40.
Is that a diesel? Was that the diesel one?
That's the diesel one, regrettably, because, I need to switch to a hybrid, though.
Okay. All right. How about ABBA or Roxette?
Oh, I actually love Roxette as well. I mean, I keep talking about ABBA all the time, but I'm a big fan of Roxette as well. Probably ABBA.
Going with ABBA. Very nice. Fernando, can't beat it. Would you rather look at the Northern Lights or stay in an ice hotel?
That's a good one. You're good at this. I am pretty much an indoorsy person, and I would love to look at Northern Lights, but sort of in a warm, heated chalet, look out at it. And as much as me and my wife, we've been talking about doing the ice hotel thing. That's technically like almost staying outside. It's really, really cold. Our friends have done it. It's very cold. Both of them are on my to-do list.
I love it. Last one. Swedish Fish or Swedish Meatballs?
Oh, Swedish Meatballs.
I think that there's only one answer for that one. So I'm glad you got that one. I left the Swedish chef out of it. I left him out of it. I did. Tobias, thank you for humoring me. And again, thank you for taking the time. Everyone, IMERA out now. Ghost, their fifth album. Go get it, and you're going to love it.
Thank you. It is our fifth album, actually. So
yeah, your
good.
fifth album. I guess that works. All right, man. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Discover new music now on the homepage of WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts.